Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So, we are kind of moving into, well, we're in kind of like the Dokkan, kind of like quiet period, right? Which usually there's just way less in this window. Last year's October actually did feel like it had quite a bit, right? Because remember, we had the Scouter Vegeta, there was a bunch of EZAs, Nail had an EZA, there was a Super EZA, right? We don't have a Super EZA lined up this year. I think we kind of feel that, right? Last year we had the Full Power Frieza, and then eventually we had the two LR EZAs in the Celebration, although they sucked, right? Like, they were really bad, those Namek EZAs. Full Power Frieza was good, but a lot of those other Namek EZAs were just, like, very weird. This October, we'll see what's going to happen. Next week, there should be quite a bit with, World Tournament, Part 2 LR probably, right? Like, we'll see a bit more stuff next week. Maybe new stages to the giant, ape event. But, like, it's typical where this type, like, this period of the year is pretty quiet. Now, usually, people do actually have a lot of excitement in November, and particularly usually the second half of November, although last year the Heroes characters dropped a little bit earlier in the month. But Dragon Ball Heroes every year drops in November. But I mean, again, I don't know if it's, someone at Shueisha or what. I mean, they made the call that Dragon Ball Heroes would be no more. So there is no Dragon Ball Heroes anymore. There is Dragon Ball Super Divers, however. It is coming up on its anniversary, and it is at least notable to mention that Super Divers was going to focus on just, the main characters in the series, whereas, remember, Dragon Ball Heroes, basically had, stuff like this, right? Golden Metal Cooler, a new transformation for Janemba, Super Saiyan 4 Bardock, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, right? Like Heroes went crazy with, like, this type of stuff. Divers was going to move away from that. As far as I saw, Divers is not doing too well, but then again, I did not, actually, research it. And, I mean, any, just random info you see on, Twitter or something like that, you got to take with a massive grain of salt, right? So, I don't know exactly how well Divers is doing. I heard it's not doing good, but that doesn't mean it actually isn't doing good. But they brought back Masked Saiyan. Masked Saiyan, the first anniversary is Super Vegito, Super Gogeta, and Masked Saiyan, dude. So, we have all three of those characters. So, Heroes, right, is not happening this year. But they did say, I was looking, I could not remember, it might have been on their tweet when they revealed the characters, but they did mention specifically that the Heroes characters would still EZA. When I record these videos, I usually like to show you guys, rather than just, tell you guys, right? But I could not find where that was. Let me just hold 1 second. Nah, guys, I'm searching for one particular video. I just can't find it. Can't find it. Global Mad. Thank you, Celebration 2019. Oh my goodness. So yeah, they did say that the Heroes characters are still going to EZA. So that means that they will be returning in a banner. And they could do what they have done in the past, right? So, in the past, let's go back a little bit here. I want him, and then I'm looking for Gohan and Trunks. Yeah, okay. So, this was 2017. Super Saiyan 3 Gohan and Super Saiyan 3 Trunks got their characters. Man, it really is such a bummer. I mean, I find these guys to be so much fun. This is just fun. Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, Super Saiyan 3 Gohan, having characters like this in the game, I again, think is just fun. I really wish that we would still get new versions. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's within the realm of possibility that there's a more than 0% chance that we actually will be getting, some of these characters. But, I mean, who knows, chat? Who knows? So we do have, these guys right here. Along with them, this guy came out a couple of weeks later. This was the following Dokkan Fest. Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, and he brought with him the Super Saiyan 3 category team, right? So, you know, we had kind of like a Super Saiyan 3 setup that we're able to use. It's possible this year that maybe we would get like a new Dokkan Fest Masked Saiyan. I would be pretty down with that. Anytime we're gonna touch into like crossover territory, I like it, because like crossover type characters, it's just like there's no guarantee we'd ever get one of these Dokkan Fests again. So it's just like kind of like exciting to see it. You know, I'd love to see them redo, you know, DBZ Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, DBZ Super Saiyan 3 Broly, right? Like those types of characters. Like, you know, I like giving them animations. I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but for like, let's say they do a new Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan 3 Broly, okay? And they just make it Super Saiyan 3 Broly, but he's using Broly's attacks from either Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball Z. And like, it looks really good. I just feel like that'd be an exciting character to do. Masked Saiyan to me feels like kind of like the safest bet of like one of these characters I think that could get kind of like a Dokkan Fest. Because the thing about Masked Saiyan, and I guess this is for Super Saiyan 3 Bardock as well. I mean, he's from Xenoverse too. You know, Bardock and or Masked Saiyan and Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, they're both from like Xenoverse. Like they're in Xenoverse. So it's, you know, possible that we could see this guy get like a new Dokkan Fest. What is he rocking here? Pure Saiyan, Goku family, corroded body and mind. Time Traveler, Storied Figure, Mission Execution crossover. Ding, 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 ding. This would be pretty big. If Dokkan wanted to, like, start tying into some of these teams, right? So, you know, they drop Super Baby 1. You know, that transforms into Super Baby 2. We have the Golden Great Ape, all that good stuff. And he actually leads Corroded Body and Mind and has, like, full, like, Corroded Body and Mind rotation type abilities, right? So if we would get a Masked Saiyan that potentially could be pretty good, that would only buff this, right? Masked Saiyan might potentially link decently with like LR Goku Black and Zamasu. Like, we could see it. I think that this is something they could do. We could also look into Mira and Toa. Mira and Toa don't really have much representation in just kind of like their regular versions like this, right? I mean, remember, they're in Kakarot, too. Like, they actually put them in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, right? So, I mean, I think Mira could get a Dokkan Fest. In particular, this, like, Super Saiyan 2 type, or Super Saiyan 4 type transformation they gave him, right? Like, this was what, the final boss of Xenoverse 2. I'd love to see this guy get, like, a Dokkan Fest with potentially like better looking animations. I think like utilizing some of these characters, I think is just like a nice little breath of fresh air is what I would call it. And I'd love to see the crossover category and the heroes category characters actually kind of like, you know, respect a little bit. So what is the batch of heroes characters we could expect to EZA, by the way? It's, oh wow, it's these guys. So here, let's just get rid of this for now. So the characters that are going to EZA is these guys. This is This is a big batch of characters too. Damn. So we have the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s. Huh. You know, Giant Ape Power is... I remember hating these guys. Hating them. They just weren't that good. But, like, I mean, look at this. Oh, but he's fucking full power. Man. Vegeta, though. That's good. Because, I mean, we could... Giant Ape Power is definitely runnable. And, I mean, we've had a lot of options for it. Daima is going to show up at some point. I mean, now it's really harder than ever to say. But, like, Daima is going to show up at some point. So we have them. We'd have Super Saiyan 4 Bardock. So remember, they could build them around the crossover team. Hopefully, if Dokkan really wants to throw us a bone, though, they could actually, like, make these characters, like, good for other teams. So, like, you know, these guys, I mean, Giant Ape Power is ready to go, so the Super Saiyan 4s will be fine. Robel, Peppy Gal, Demonic Power, Time Traveler. It's just, yeah, these teams aren't really set up right now. I thought Peppy Gals could be interesting if it had, like, a really elite... Like, if we got a Dokkan Fest for Peppy Gals, like a leader, but they were, like, you know, Captain Ginyu or Dokkan Fest Videl level power character, I think Peppy Gals might be able to work. I mentioned this many times. I'm very glad they made the mission execution category. Just so many different characters like this actually get, like, another home. Yeah, Demonic Power, they've kind of abandoned. I mean, it's just like Goma's gonna show up homeless, man. Right? Like, Demonic Power has, like, outside of, I guess, DKP and Super ECA Buhan, it's just only been the Gohans. Demonic Power has been completely abandoned this year. So Goma is gonna show up, and he's gonna have nothing. Dude. At the end of last year, it's like, oh, they're buttering us up. They're getting us ready for Goma. Little did we know. Ridiculous. So there's Robel. We have the Brainwash Supreme Kai of Time. Another Quota Body and Mind character, too. Yeah, nice. Patara, Realm of Gods. Realm of Gods could get a new leader sometime soon, by the way. Realm of Gods has so many Dokkan Fest leaders. It's got 6 Dokkan Fest leaders, right? But, I mean, I feel like we're due for a new one right there. And then Hearts. Hearts is on quite a few, like, actual, like, teams. Accelerated Battle, Full Power, Transformation Boost. I would love to see Hearts be good, right? Like, it's pretty, look at that. He just has extreme class support built in right there. Remember, he's voiced by Dio. That, you know, this guy could be good in a couple of months. We'll see. So, yeah, I'm thinking Mass Saiyan Dokkan Fest sounds pretty good to me. I'd love a Mass Saiyan Dokkan Fest. Any type of crossover, though. I mean, do we want to do Gohan Black? Gohan Black would be Quota Body and Mind. The only thing about Gohan Black is they've never, like, used them. Gohan Black is not even a character in Sparking Zero that you could use. Right? Like, Gohan Black is just not, like, they just don't use them. They don't use Gohan Black, unfortunately. But, I mean, I'd love to see Gohan Black, man. That would be too fire as a Dokkan Fest, but we'll see. We'll see. It's entirely possible that, I mean, they maybe have, like, a Dokkan Fest for Halloween, and, like, a bunch of the Heroes characters end up being on that team, but it's not necessarily crossover, too. So, we'll see what they end up deciding to do. Let me know what you guys think. I'll catch y'all next time.